Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. Donald Trump has issued a dire warning, a very stern warning, because what's going to happen tomorrow on Tuesday will be one of the most important things to happen this entire year. And that is not hyperbole. I'm about to show you some of the craziest footage you will see on the internet today. And it is a woman who is absolutely mentally insane. I mean, she'll talk about her therapist. In fact, I've got to show you the tape first of her getting hauled out of the governor's office, screaming and wailing and crying because she was fighting for women's rights, supposedly. Check this out. No, folks, it wasn't unnecessary, and it's just wild. See, they've got somebody there with a camera. They're trying to film it all. This is made for TV moments. That's what they're trying to do, and they're trying to show that the governor is somehow repressive when they're storming into his office, and we've seen multiple assassinations or assassination attempts. You've got to be kidding me. Do not let these people anywhere near the governor's office. Just watch their language, too. You should be ashamed. Ashamed. They're trying to put shame. Shame, the language of the devil, okay? It's just nuts. I mean, these people... And now I really want you to watch here. Look to the left here as this camera comes in. Because, again, this is a made-for-TV moment. She is playing to her base right now. She is trying to garnish sympathy. And then watch all the crocodile tears. Folks, you need to understand the tactics of these people. She's obviously not mentally well. She believes men can give birth. No joke. And it gets crazier. You're going to see more nutso video. But look at what Donald Trump had to say. He said, I am asking all American patriots in Tennessee's 7th Congressional District who haven't voted yet to please get out and vote on Election Day. Tuesday, December 2nd, tomorrow. Not only that, if you know somebody in the 7th Congressional District, or if you live in the Congressional District and have voted, drag people to the polls, folks. This is important, okay? Matt is fighting against a woman who hates Christianity, will take away your guns, wants open borders, transgender for everybody, men and women's sports, and openly disdains country music. Not just country music, folks. Tennessee in general. I've got the video. You're going to see it. She said all these things precisely and without question. It's on tape. Do not take this race for granted. Do not take this race for granted. This is a Trump plus 20-some district, plus 25, I think. The last time there was a congressional race, it was plus 22. And look at right now, the Republican candidate is leading by plus 2 in this, okay? Now, she's talking to people about affordability, and I've told you folks on this, housing is a problem in this country. We need deflation in housing. We need deflation. Young people cannot afford homes. The average home buying age has gone up to age 40. It used to be 25. That's a problem. Homes are completely unaffordable for young people right now. So she's playing that card. And people will vote their pocketbook, but they don't understand the longer-term implications of voting for a nut job like this, somebody who is actually mentally unstable. Listen to her talk about her therapist.
My therapist always asks me to transcribe my dreams when they happen. And the recurring dream I've had is standing up in a cafeteria full of women. I don't know why I was there or whatever. And saying, I don't want children, I want power. And just screaming it at the top of my lungs. And for someone who grew up with my mother telling me never have kids because you'll have to give up a lot. You'll have to sacrifice professionally, which is what she was saying. And where I am now with seeing the consequences and the ramifications of women having kids and being in the political field and what they're able to achieve, because we don't offer, it's like the political field hasn't met the challenge of working moms. They really haven't. But also the deeply patriarchal structures that these women are involved with because they've chosen marriage and they've chosen to raise children. And I think in the South, it's incredibly difficult to shake those, especially if you've grown up here and that's all you've been told is the definition of success.
Really quickly, folks, go check out the deals at mypillow.com/lumberjack right now, because he has the Black Friday special still going on. You can get Giza cotton in not only the sheets, but the waffle blankets. This is the finest cotton in the world. It is so soft. It is so luxurious. It is all I want. I love this stuff. Okay, it's awesome. All right, so go get yourself some. Great, phenomenal deals going on and free shipping with your entire order at mypillow.com/lumberjack or call 1-800-568-2865. Always be afraid of people who are desperate for power. She's obviously desperate for power. And if you don't think that she believes men can give birth, listen to this.
As birther, as women who can give birth, men and women who can give birth, we could maybe leverage that as collective bargaining. And so, for example, like, I'm not going to give birth until the United States government concedes A, B, C, D. What do you think about that?
It seems a little much.
Is it?
At this point, folks, I gotta admit, I'm just hoping she doesn't give birth. I mean, can you imagine? And you're thinking, no, Neil, okay, that's crazy, but it can't get worse. Oh, no. Let's listen to her talk about self-managed abortions.
Groups on the ground will continue to provide training in terms of self-managed abortions. And so instead of going to a doctor, because we won't have any doctors that provide abortions, how do you do it at home?
My partner has a trans son. In the wake of the Covenant shooting and the disclosure that the Covenant shooter was trans, I was pulled into a chat with other trans organizers and activists across the state that were fearful of their lives. I had a snapped moment where I decided we need more people talking about the protections for trans kids in our trans communities at the legislature every day. Every legislative session, I promised to carry a trans Bill of Rights so that we could push back against the far-right narrative.
Folks, let's be honest. At this point, there is no far-right narrative going on here. I mean, most people in America are in agreement. We shouldn't be transing kids who are confused already about a number of things. We shouldn't be prescribing them medications and life-altering surgeries. That's far extreme, but it's far to the left. This is nuts. Okay, now I'm going to show you just how much she loves the people of Tennessee.
Yeah, I love it. So I have an unconventional background. I'm a social worker, but on the public policy side. And I was actually working in Europe when Trump was elected. And unlike a lot of my colleagues, decided to move back to East Tennessee, where I grew up.
After Trump was elected?
Yeah, after Trump was elected.
Oh my God.
Yes, right. Not quite the common route. And I remember taking my parents out to eat and telling them I want to get into Tennessee politics, and my mom started sobbing at the table, and she said, "You're never supposed to move back to godforsaken East Tennessee."
Godforsaken East Tennessee. I mean, obviously doesn't like the people who voted for Trump, writes them off, and then talks about godforsaken East Tennessee. It is hard for me in a real world. It would be hard for me to take her seriously. In fact, the next clip I'm going to show you shows just how completely unserious she should be taken. Listen to her tweets. This is in the wake of George Floyd, and then listen to what she has to say about criminal justice.
She has since deleted the tweets, but back in 2020, the Democrat wrote, "Good morning, especially to the 54% of Americans that believe burning down a police station is justified," along with, quote, "Where's the proposal that dissolves the Nashville Police Department?"
Well, I'm currently involved in a transformative justice seminar. And so it's how to imagine a world without police and what that looks like and what community mechanisms look like, how people can not police themselves, but for example, if you experience sexual assault, like what is the reconciliation process and what does transformative justice look like? Because as we know, like you can't take those things to court. Like, our legal system is terrible when it comes to retribution. So anyways, all that to say is that like, I hope all of you, so one, I'll have a podcast on it, and I highly recommend, like, if it's been difficult for all of you to imagine a world without police, please tune in to maybe not this episode, but the next one, because I'll talk about, things I'm learning and growing as an organizer, because I think, especially for those of us, that are young, like, and talking to our parents about what police abolition looks like, that, we can do it and there is a world.
So she obviously believes in defunding the police. She believes we don't need police. She's a social worker. She believes that social workers can solve all the world's ills. Try that with somebody who's actually a murderous thug. It certainly isn't solving her ills. Her mind is warped beyond description. But folks, it gets crazier because she was given an opportunity on MS Now, which I think is the rebranded MSNBC, to defend her position or alleviate voters' concerns. And listen to this.
Representative, in 2020, you made some tweets that have since been deleted that were very critical of police. You said in those since deleted tweets that the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department should be dissolved. Another cheered on a teachers union saying that defund the police should be a requirement for schools reopening. And another saying good morning, especially to the 54% of Americans that believe burning down a police station is justified. 2020 was obviously a very fraught year. Do you still stand by those comments? And if not, is there anything you want to clarify?
I'm not going to gauge in cable news talking points, but what I will say is that, our communities need solutions. We need local people deciding, solving local problems with local solutions. And that's not the overreach of a federal government or state government of which we are dealing with in Nashville and our cities across the state of Tennessee.
So you don't want to clarify whether you still believe that the police should be defunded?
Once again, I don't remember these tweets, but what I'm saying is that
I'm not asking you if you remember. What is your position today? How's that on this issue?
I mean, I'm here to talk about my race, which is in literally 9 days.
I'm not going to get into cable news talking points. I'm here to talk about my race. That's exactly what they're talking to her about, is her race in Nashville, what she believes. And she will not answer this question. Why? Because she can't seem that radical to the people who she needs to vote for her. And she can't turn off her base by saying she doesn't want to defund the police. That's what's going on here. But folks, it gets even nuttier. I want you to listen to the clip that Donald Trump was referencing about everything she hates about Nashville.
I do want to ask you about an attack line from Republicans, because this is a comment you made in 2020 about Nashville. It's gotten a lot of attention in your race. Let's listen to this.
I hate the city. I hate the Bachelorettes. I hate the pedal taverns. I hate country music. I hate all of the things that make Nashville, apparently, an it city to the rest of the country, but I hate it.
I know you said those comments were taken out of context, but I want to ask you about it, because I'm wondering, do you think it was a mistake to say that?
Once again, I was a private citizen. Nashville is my home. Do I roll my eyes at the bachelorette parties and the pedal taverns that are blocking my access to my house? Yeah, every Nashvilleian does. But
imagine having a representative that hates you, that hates your city, that wants all Republicans silenced. She's on record for that. Folks, I've got more video on this gal that I could show you. It's on and on and on. It's endless. She is so whacked out. It's hard to believe. She is complete sociopath. I mean, she just, it is absolutely nuts to watch her. Watch this next video of her bragging about bullying ICE agents. And it's all about her and how her phone's at 1% and how she's your favorite, blonde rep from Tennessee. And it's really weird. I joke about it all the time. I know I'm your favorite podcaster, but no, this is really watch this.
Okay, this is great. We've got our girl squad and we're bullying the ICE vehicles and state troopers. So this is a win.
Your favorite blonde state rep, her phone's always at 1%. I think my superlative is most likely to always have her phone at 1%. So
Did you text that?
No, I'm still here. Okay, so we're waiting for my phone to charge. Let me send this to Emily and the girl. There we go. Okay. Did he let them go? Oh, people.
Us?
Yeah, they think we were arrested. My live cut out. Yeah, well, it's because your girl can't keep her phone charged. So they're probably running our information. Nikki, tell us what's transpired tonight.
So we found the ICE and the THP people. I did not put makeup on because this was not planned.
Then I'll put it back.
No, I mean,
you're
it's
good.
fine.
Okay.
I've already seen it.
Okay.
We found the ICE and the THP people, and then we followed them to the gas station. and I took their spot at the gas station, so I think that made him a little upset. And then I tried to go in the gas station, go to the bathroom, but the gas station people would not let me go, even though I told them I really had to. And then when I got out, they were leaving, so I left too. And then they pulled into another parking lot. And when I pulled into the other parking lot behind them, then they flicked their lights to pull us over and accused me of running a red light.
So there we are.
So here we are.
Tomato.
Help.
Okay, why do you think that they came up to my side, the state trooper came up to my side of the window and not Nikki's window? Why do you think that happened?
Also, she did not have to give her ID. Am I correct? I know I'm correct because I asked this earlier.
So why do you think that the state trooper came up to my window, not Nikki's? And then did he ask for my ID and Nikki said that wasn't?
And he said it's a lawful order.
It's a lawful order.
Not.
I hope you see why this race is so important with the balance of the United States Congress being in play, but also somebody this whacked getting this close to winning. Folks, we have got to turn people out in Tennessee. If you know anybody down there in the 7th Congressional District, make sure they are getting out to vote. Thanks so much for listening. And please go check out my sponsor, MyPillow. The deals over there are phenomenal. The Cyber Monday deals are hot. Get some of those Giza cotton blankets, sheets, duvets. I mean, the towels are great, all of it. And you're supporting an American patriot and a guy who does not hate you, unlike Afton Byrne, whatever her name is. Anyways, folks, remember to subscribe if you're new. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.